Good evening.
Good evening. How you doing?
How are you? So this is a little different from last week. We
How are
decided
you?
to work from home today
You
instead of doing
froze.
it together. Hi, you can hear me?
I can hear you.
Good. So I think it might be your signal.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, good. So thank you everybody for joining us back for another episode of Ready to Love. This will be episode 3, discussion and review. I'm Sharon, Pure TV One,
And
and
I'm Thelma.
with my mom. Mom, what you doing over there?
I'm watching you on the screen. I like it better when we're together.
Yeah, we got to do that next week because she had a
Okay.
appointment pop up and it ruined our week, so we didn't get a chance to do this together. We're doing it apart. We're going to have a special guest join us. She is all about the zodiac
And you and her.
signs and how people interact with each other. So she'll be in. So Pure TV One is a streaming service that you can have. $25 a month. It gets you over 4,000 channels. I know you can't watch 4,000 channels, but for me, this was a way to increase TV entertainment in my home without raising my cable bill. So cut that bill with Pure TV One, and you can watch Ready to Love with us every single week. So anyway, that's enough of Pure TV One. Let's get into Ready to Love, episode 3, Mom. Your initial thoughts.
Well, the plot of this third episode. I enjoyed it. Um I kind of from this episode picked my couples who I think are going to end up together this season.
Yeah, I agree. I think that we got an opportunity to really see personality in this episode. This is what locked me in. Now I'm like, okay, we can finish out this season. I'm really invested in who gets with who. I want to find out, is anybody really ready to love? So last week we lost 2 people. We lost Danny and Sam. Did you miss them?
No. This wasn't the show for them.
No, it really wasn't. And they weren't missed. I went back and kind of watched the faces of the other contestants when they called them. Nobody was surprised. Nobody was hurt.
Mm-mm.
It is what it is. So they knew somebody has to go. Yeah. So
Right, right.
I think we should start at the important parts of the episode. Can we start with
Mm-hmm.
let's start with the perfect date.
Oh my. I think the most perfect date was Chris and Naya. When
Yes.
they took those little boat rides together. That was, oh my God. It was like they were meant for each other. They're both still very excited.
Yeah.
And I like what Chris said. There's a an attraction that he just can't deny about her. It's just something about her. Even though he did say that she is not his usual type of person that he would date.
Right.
But he's very excited with her.
Yeah.
And she is too.
About to say she's 2. I think that when you are ready to love, sometimes the person that you meet is not. But in this case, I think they both met at the right time. They have a lot of similarities. They clearly enjoy each other
Okay.
conversation. They enjoy each other's activity, doing activities together. They're on the same wavelength. Clearly,
Mhm.
when he decided to start the conversation about family and children,
Right. Right.
and most men don't. They don't start it. And then the other thing I loved was him saying he wasn't. He really wanted to kiss her, but he said, "Let me wait. I don't want to rush things because I want to see more of her."
Right. Right. But I like that date, and I like that they got away from the bustling crowd so they could hear each other and talk to everybody else around. maybe distracting them or whatever. But that was a great day.
Very much so. Very much
Uh-huh.
so. So not so great dates. Let's do the group date at the picnic table.
Oh my God.
Who was there? Who was there? Who was at the picnic table?
I got it all written down. Picnic table. Um, Lord. Joy, Jay, Simone, Raymond, David, and Alicia was
So
at the picnic table. No, Edward wasn't there.
okay.
Nah, he wasn't there.
All right. So Joy and Jay, I absolutely love them together. I think they complement each other. She's cute, he's cute. They do that challenging thing of each other, like you know how the girl would tap a boy if she liked them. They're like that.
Uh-huh. They like each other. And I think you're right about that. Um, hmm. Only thing about that was, remember when David put his fingers in Joy's face when he was talking,
Yes.
and everybody at the table kind of reacted, except for Jay.
Mm.
You know, you kind of might kind of said, I'm like, should he have said something?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think me and Nikki had that conversation earlier this week. I was disappointed that she checked him, which was great. She let him know up front that I don't appreciate your finger in my face because she could
Take
have
your
not said
finger out.
anything. But the other thing is the other women saw that and they recognized her dislike and said something. But I was surprised that none of the men said anything. Raymond didn't say anything, neither did Jay.
Mm-mm.
And I thought that was really weird. And nephew Tommy, here come our guest. And then nephew Tommy said,
You froze.
welcome.
Hey,
Welcome.
Miss
Can you
Nikki.
see me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
Hi. Okay, I'm trying to get more light so I don't have to drive with my light on. I'm trying to park somewhere where there's a lot of light in front.
I'm gonna get you. Let me see. This one I'm gonna get you for Christmas.
Oh, for the phone. Yeah. Oh my
Let me get you
God.
one of these because you need one of these.
Oh
Aw.
yeah. I definitely do.
And look, it
'Cause
get all
yeah.
bright on you.
Oh wow. Look at that. That's amazing.
And we're gonna get you one of
Uh,
those. So welcome to the
yeah.
show. Welcome.
Okay, welcome. I'm glad to be here. Oh, to talk about all this juicy stuff.
And this is a great time because I think when we had our conversation about the show, you got into knowing about people's signs around the picnic table. That's what we
Yeah,
started talking about.
yeah. You talking about zodiac signs?
Yes.
Oh yeah. It's amazing how they have the same people. I don't know. You know, the criteria should, I guess it should only be just answering some questions, but maybe not. Okay, I'm gonna park here. Oh, let's see. I don't know if I can, but I'm gonna top a squat. Okay. Yeah. So what I was gonna say. Yeah, the signs. They picked only Scorpios, Capricorns, and Libras. And I was saying that how Libras are known to be like the best people in a relationship, to be in a relationship with. I guess because of their calm demeanor and their ability to have the whole balance thing. That's their sign trait, to have balance. Um, and it's ironic that both oh God, what is her name? Is it Alexis? Alex?
Alex, but we don't know her real name. But yeah, I think she's an Allie. She might be an Alexis. I think she's an Alexis.
Yeah, and the what's his name? Brandon?
Brian.
Brian. Yeah, both of them are Libras and they're merging together somehow. I don't know. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But it's gonna be really telling how it all pans out. The sign thing, technically speaking, from what I know from zodiacs, a lot of those signs don't go together. So it's really, yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Well, Nikki, who's
overall.
the Capricorn?
A lot of the men. A lot of the
Really?
men. One lady, what's her name? Joy. She's one. They're logical thinkers. They're logical thinkers. They don't like to spend a lot of money if they don't have to. So maybe that's why, she was saying that they was making fun of what's his name? The Kappa. Is he a Kappa?
Rashid.
Jay.
Rashid, at him spending a certain amount of money at Nordstrom's for pajamas. The rest of them were talking about going to Walmart and Target and stuff, and he's looking at them like, okay.
Mhm.
Are we
So
going to talk about that?
We did not get to that part yet, ma'am.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, let me let you go on and
What you did miss, and I am curious to know, we were talking about the perfect date, and of course we were talking about Chris and Naya. So if you remember their signs, what do you think about their relationship so far?
I think that they're going to be okay. I think that there is a real mutual attraction there.
Definitely.
Yeah, there's a real mutual attraction, but I think because it was so far in the beginning, they kind of didn't want to let on that this is the person for me. You know what I mean? So they kind of, so I don't feel that they may have probably given their all, put themselves out there 100%, because of that fact. But had that date been in week 3 or 4, they definitely would have, connected on a deeper level. As far as they would have kissed probably, and it would have been them the whole time. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But they seem to be talking the same language. They seem to be
Yeah.
they seem to especially with the whole thing about nature and being grounded and all of that. I mean, you don't find a lot of people like that. Of course, I do think it was very interesting that he said that she's not normally his type.
Yes.
Which leads me to believe, I'm wondering what is his type. You know what I'm saying? She's a sister for one. So is he saying that she's, is he more go for the vanilla flavor? Or that's one thing. She seemed pretty tall too.
Yeah.
She seemed pretty tall. So I don't know if he's used to petite little women. Who knows? She definitely has to know, because of the radio personality and all this other stuff like that, that he's probably been around a lot of women. But she didn't seem to be bothered by that. At first, when they went on their date, I thought, okay, they're in 2 separate canoes. How in the world can you get to know somebody on that thing? But then they came together in the middle. I would have been too scared to lean over myself. I just knew she was going over.
But no fear. And for me, that no fear meant she trusts him. So if she fall, he would catch her. She didn't have no fear, which I love. That's what I loved about seeing that. I was like, this is beautiful. They got something going.
Right.
She's already got a strong connection and faith in him.
Agreed. Like Agreed.
Yeah, he had that little talk.
He gonna drown. People stay away from people that can't swim.
Because when he put that life jacket on her in the beginning and he told her, you're gonna be fine. You're not scared, are you?
Yeah, but even though she had on that life jacket when she went over to hug him or tilted over or whatever a little bit, I was like, oh no, girl, don't fall.
That was good.
That's good. Okay, so we got to the picnic table. We were talking about the finger when you came on, and with the finger, we both realized, and I think me and you talked about, we realized how she spoke up for herself. Joy spoke up for herself. The women kind of backed her, but the men kind of sat there, didn't really do much, and we were both kind of not upset, but concerned.
Well, here's the thing.
Especially
right. Here's the thing. The men, first of all, remember, it was their time to go. The ladies had to pick two. So either as men, they knew, you know what, let me stay
No,
in
no,
my lane.
no.
I'm not even getting involved in that. It was time
Okay.
for them to pick. The ladies to pick.
No, I'm talking about at the picnic table when the country boy David put his
Yeah,
finger
he
in
put
Jay's
it.
hand.
Yeah. The
And
men.
so I expected either Raymond or Jay to be like, yeah, man, that's not cool. You know, watch your fingers. Because his reaction, David's reaction was to say, no, I didn't. My finger was down here and your face is up here. And then saying, I'm sorry. Then saying, I apologize. I won't do that anymore. That's all you had to
He was
say.
rude.
Well, you know what? Let me ask you a question. Did you look at it as threatening? You know, he looked like I feel like if she knew him, that wouldn't have been threatening.
Exactly.
You know
It
what
wouldn't
I'm
have been threatening. She's small. And I think that he was excited. He was more excited. He was excited. That's how he talks. He talks with his hands.
Yeah.
So
I didn't necessarily get the disrespectful vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Either. It wouldn't have been disrespectful if he had said, oh, I apologize, I didn't mean to do that. Then it wouldn't have been disrespectful. But because he didn't do that, it was more of, no, I didn't. Then it became disrespectful. Because now you're disrespecting my feelings.
Feelings? I mean, that's all I'm saying. Like,
no. Her feelings are that your finger is in my face and I don't like it. And then you're dismissing me by saying your finger's not in my face. That's what I'm saying.
First of all, nobody puts fingers in their face. That's
right,
straight up
true.
You
Real Housewives.
nobody's face.
Yes, it's definitely it's rude. I felt like he was extremely comfortable. I feel like had they known each other, I don't think it would have been as bad.
True.
But it was definitely, I think it was definitely rude.
Yeah.
Definitely rude. And then he had a chance to recover and he didn't.
There we
right?
go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what it was. He had a chance to recover and he didn't. Period.
And then
And the other men didn't check him.
No, they didn't. But
yeah,
then
but you know what? Were they actually facing him?
Raymond was.
Okay.
Raymond could see the video. So speaking of Raymond really put himself, kicked himself out the show at the picnic table. It's just, he just is, you know, the whole questioning of him being a father of 5 and you know, being on the road. And, you know, I think he should say it and leave it alone. It just seems like it was the topic of every conversation. He's cool with it and he's willing to make some more babies out there.
But what I also think too, where he kicked himself in the butt, is telling them exactly what he does. He should have never said that. You know what I'm saying? He should have never said, "Oh, I roll with superstars and Tank and all that other stuff like that." I don't think he should have mentioned that. He should have said, "I'm a musician. I've toured with some current stars or whatever, and that's it." And if the girls wanted to know, it'd be like, well, I probably mentioned one, but I would say that was years ago, though, whatever, and left it at that. And what's unfortunate for him is that what I don't know, what we'll never know is he the kind of guy that leads with that information so people will like him? You know how that is. The guy that hangs out with all the famous people, but he hangs out with all the famous people, and that's all he really has going for himself. You know what I'm saying? No personality, no money, no real stuff of his own. So he has to mention that he hangs out with famous people and all of that stuff like that to get to get likes per se. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he should have led with that. I think he should have, the fact that he has 5 kids, 4 baby mamas. Yes, he is the classic cliche of man. I mean, I haven't heard that in a long time. A lot of the men I've met, if they have children because of way back in the day, and they know how it sounds, pretty much all of their kids are with 1 or 2 women. But when he said 4 different baby mamas, it was kind of like
never been married.
Yeah, never been married. It was frowned upon, and he was the oldest.
Yeah.
So here's the
No
thing:
better.
you're 52, never married. Do you? So to me, immediately I would be like, okay, he has commitment issues, and
Yeah.
the proof of the commitment issues are the fact that you have 4 children, right? So
Four baby mamas.
five children and 4 baby mamas. So that's kind of proof. So I mean, I do like the fact that somebody did ask him why now, and he was able to explain. Well, this is what I've learned, and blah 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 blah. Granted, look, everybody deserves a chance. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that if he wouldn't have been on the show. Well, actually, no, he would have, because they always got to have that extra somebody there that's, you know what I'm saying? So he could have been put on there for ratings in itself, or
Yeah.
like he was the what moment, of the show to keep it spicy.
Yeah.
But I do believe that I think he should be able to find love. Like I was telling you,
Yeah.
Sharon,
Just
that
not there.
yeah, no, yeah, but there's a woman for him that's pretty much close to his age, all right,
Yeah.
that maybe can't have a family of her own and would
Yep.
welcome that if if necessary, if she had to be involved with a man like that, because then she would probably make that her situation. But the other thing we never got to find out about him in his case is 4 different baby mamas. Do you
Where
have
these kids at?
custody of them all? Where are they? Are they spread all over town? Do you have to fly out here, fly out there? That's a budget in itself.
You don't know.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know. I think he deserves love. Yes. The fact that he was willing to have another child, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it's what the name said. She said it's a difference between a desire to be a father and I think
yeah, if it happens, it happens.
yeah, that's his
Plus, he didn't want to get married. He didn't want to marry nobody.
right.
He didn't want no pay.
Yeah, it's something. I think it's more to that. Like, unfortunately, we didn't get to see it, but I believe that there's definitely more to that story with the marriage thing, not wanting to get married. For all we know, he might wind up on the daggone Iyanla talking about he witnessed bad he witnessed a bad marriage, or something. For all we know, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, poor Raymond, but Raymond will be all right. He clearly know how to find a woman, so he'll be all right.
He don't have a problem with that.
Not at all. Not at all. So let's go to the pool table with Miss Aisha and David.
Whew. Okay, where do I begin? So first of all, I do think. I think that what he said about, well, he was basically saying, I'm coming into the fold. Them your kids. That's what he's basically saying.
He said, I don't know nothing about that. He said, I'm single. I don't have no children yet. Like,
so he came off
for everything.
Right. He came off wrong. Yeah. But I do think that he's a nice enough guy that that would be something that he would embrace. I just think that the way he came off as a young dude that lives to, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't come, although he says he's homegrown from the South and all that or whatever, wherever he's from.
The manners ain't come with him.
Yeah, no, I think he probably has manners, but he's I just think that it's either that he's trying too hard. But that woman too, I mean, what's her name again?
Alicia.
Alicia comes off as the type of woman that basically says, do not
I'm gonna take advantage.
Well, yeah, but don't come to me if you ain't got the pockets to take care of me and my kids. We a package deal. It is what it is, period. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? What you don't mention, she's not mentioning anything about a partnership or anything like that. It's almost like it's an expectation of hers. Now, granted, yes, will we want all of our men to take care of us and all of that and to make the bacon and we bring it home and we cook it and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, but if we're out there working too and all this other stuff like that, if you want more for your household and all this stuff, you these days you need partnerships. You
Yeah.
know,
Absolutely.
when Tina Turner
Absolutely.
said, "What's love got to do with it?" It's like, yeah, what? Because I mean, it's other things we need to be doing, need to be thinking about if we're trying to build. And I don't feel like she's coming across as she's looking for a partnership. She's looking for basically, I
Somebody
won't
take care of her.
take care of her. Point blank. Period.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know. So that's what I'm getting from that. That I got that vibe from her. But for him, you know, of course, he tried to backpedal at the end. You know what I'm saying? And say that's not what I meant. I mean, obviously, if I came into that situation, I would handle things. I'm a man. You know, he kind of backpedaled a little bit, but I just think he just came across all the way wrong.
Yeah.
You know,
He,
I think what
he
he
wasn't
should
ready
have
for the
done,
hard questions. He wasn't ready for the
yeah,
hard
he
questions.
wasn't ready for the hard questions, and I think that he could have definitely challenged her a little bit
True.
with that, and created some kind of other dialogue from the man's side of things and the woman's side of things, and let her explain. And then if he wanted to combat that, what she was saying, he could have done so in a way that what didn't seem
A jerk.
standoffish or anything. Yeah, like a jerk. You know, he shouldn't have did. He could have definitely handled that a different way. And I don't know if that comes from a man that got swag, put that out. You know what I'm saying? Some men know how to finesse. You
Yeah.
know their words and all this stuff. It's just how you put it. You know. So
Mm-hmm.
for example, he could have been like, well, it seems like you have some expectations. You know what?
You bring to
It
the
seems like
table.
yeah. Well, not even he didn't even have to say that like that. He could have said, "It seems like you have some expectations." You know, I would have flipped it on her. So um have you ever dated people other than your children's fathers?
Right.
And what was that situation like? And then what
Right.
was your
Right.
expectations there? You know, to get a vibe on how he should go. You know what I
Right.
mean? He
Right.
Mhm.
should have turned it around. He could have
Mm-hmm.
flipped that situation, but you know, he didn't
Yeah,
really.
but
I don't.
she lied. You know,
Huh?
they just met 2 days ago, and she gonna want him to take care of her,
Or he
I
could have said
mean,
her
that.
and her two
I'm not
kids.
prepared to
That
answer
was a
that
crazy
question right
question.
now.
he could have, or he could have easily said,
Yeah.
you know, I don't at this point, I don't really know what I would do, but I guess for me it would have to depend on the situation, you know. And if she said the situation, be like, yeah, you know, if I'm romantically involved with this woman and we're a partnership and we're gonna do, you know, we're planning our future and all this other stuff
Yeah.
like that, then that's definitely something I would entertain. But if not, if I'm
Mhm.
just dating someone that that probably won't happen. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He could have said it like that. He messed
Yeah.
up. Yeah, he'll
Yeah,
learn.
he
Believe
did.
me. After that, after
Yeah. After
that,
this show,
he definitely learned. Yes,
he got a whole bunch of examples and synopsis and his
yes,
DMs now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. They probably did DM him and said, "Man, why you ain't say
Oh,
this?"
dude. And he like, yeah, man, I should have. Okay, so let's go
Absolutely.
to the other group date, which I absolutely loved. Rashid set that date up. He wanted to get a little closer to Adriana. Alex was with Brian. I think it was Winter was with Edwin, if I'm not
Uh,
mistaken. No,
yeah.
no,
No, she wasn't there, was she?
no. I think it was Winter and what's the guy with the dreads?
Oh,
Um,
Denise
Winston.
was
Is
there.
it Winston?
was Anthony there?
Anthony.
Yeah, I know who
Yeah.
you're talking
He's the
about.
one that
Well,
knocked
first of
everything
all,
over.
let me just say this. First of all, I loved how they did the Jenga with the questions. They wrote the questions on the Jenga blocks because I
I
played
like that.
Jenga
That was
before, and
good.
those questions are not on the blocks. So I did like that. Yeah, I
But she
did
looked it
like
up.
that. I thought if he thought of that game and he thought of those words to put on that thing, then I would say that Rashid is a guy that likes to pay. He pays attention to detail and stuff like that, which isn't a bad
Right.
thing. I did like that. I thought that was
Mhm.
um
Creative.
very thoughtful and creative. Yeah.
Mhm.
I
So
agree. I agree.
Other than
And what
that,
she said, don't waste my time.
oh
That's
yeah,
good. Love it, love
yeah.
it.
I
But
I do think, yeah, it was. I thought that was pretty neat, pretty neat.
What'd you think, Mom? What'd you think, Mom?
you all kind of froze up on me. I didn't hear you.
Oh, I said, what did you think, Mom?
Um, I like that little segment right there. It was interesting. Um, but Miss Denise,
She wasn't there, was she? Yes, she
yeah, she
was.
was there
She
because she
was there.
told us you just couldn't wait. You just couldn't wait. But you know the funniest part about the that episode was when Tommy walked into that pool room and he said, "Look at Miss Denise looking like Aunt Viv
Oh yeah.
from the Fresh
Oh
Prince."
yeah.
And
Oh,
I
you
had
know
to
what? I
talk
didn't know
about
what he
it.
said.
Yo,
I looked at it. I'm like, oh,
I was on another review, and they didn't realize that what he had said either. They said, "Did he say bib? What does he mean? What is he talking about?"
I
And I'm
didn't
like,
know what he said, but he said, now that you said it, yes, she
I
does look like
died.
her.
she looked like her in the episode when she go into that dance audition. That's how she looked.
Oh yeah, yes. Oh wow.
So let's go to the lounge.
Wow.
Speaking of nephew Tommy, what is he calling it? The tavern, Tommy's Tavern. When he brought in all the
Mhm.
they got to discuss every one of these men. Who are they favoring? Who they not favoring? Who do they want to go? I think I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. I think they did a great job with the bottom two. That was
Yeah.
Yes.
easy. It was not hard to do from what we saw. But go ahead, y'all. Go ahead, starting Mom, and then go to Nikki.
Um, what's her name? Rashid's girlfriend, Akiana. She had a
Oh yeah,
hard time telling Raymond.
because she done put it
Raymond
out.
said, just tell me, just tell me.
Oh yeah.
But Raymond said, just let me have it, just let me have it. I know it's coming. She had a real hard time laying it down. Denise didn't have a hard time at all. She just told him straight out.
Well, no, I think Denise had a hard time because and David Fashion, he is threatened and he's going back and forth. And she's like, dude, I'm trying to let you go. Like, I have to tell you why. So just let me
Uh-huh.
tell you why, accept it and move on. But
They
no,
picked the right one.
I didn't mean that. It was like he wanted to have a conversation, like he was fighting to stay on the show.
No,
It
no,
don't go.
no. But they picked the right one to tell him. They picked the right person.
Yeah.
Um,
Agreed.
I what I did see the strategy fail on Denise's side is that she decided she wanted to say something negative about Rashid and Adriana. That's her number one pick. So if they had to have gotten rid of Rashid last night, who was left but the guy that Adriana said she would go after next, which is Calfani, which is the man that Denise won. So that was dumb on Denise's part.
Yeah,
True.
I think Denise came off like I mean, like her rationale for not liking Rashid was very offensive to me. I mean, I'm not really, I'm not a it's the fraternity thing, I'm not in any sororities, anything like that, or anything. So that's not where it's from. I just thought that the way she described how and why he may be narcissistic based on her dealing with a narcissist abuser, and she basically lumped him into that category. She
Yeah.
basically say, and then she said he's light skinned, a frat boy, and all of this stuff. And it was like, look, I'm gonna tell you something. What's very interesting is that, you know, dark skinned people, dark skinned Black people have had it bad coming up, right? You know what I'm saying? They'll say, they've been called all kinds of names and stuff like that. But what's interesting is that those same people that cannot stand that kind of talk to them or about them and all this other stuff like that, or you're pretty for a
We do
dark
it to
skin
other
girl
people.
and all of that, stuff, will fix their mouths to say something related to
Perfect.
colorism against another Black person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the reality of it is we do not choose what we look like. You know what I'm
No.
saying? And for her to say that, just talk about the man's characteristics. She could not. That's why what she said was empty. It was an
Mm-hmm.
empty, it was an empty accusation. That's
Yeah.
why everybody was looking at her like, what? It was an empty
I
accusation.
don't think
He's
she's gotten over.
narcissistic because he's that too, but it was an empty state accusation because there was nothing stuck. He's light skinned, he's a frat guy. Really? And he said he shopped at Nordstrom's. Really? So he's narcissistic? I would have preferred her to say something like, he told her this, he told me that, he told that. Saying something of narcissistic behavior. He clearly did something, but he didn't take responsibility for that. Stuff like that, something tangible.
Right.
She had it was empty. And then on top of that, the fact that, I mean, I don't know if she was definitely hating right off the bat because the other girl was young, but she did say to her too, let's not forget this. She said to the girl, no, she said to Tommy that, well, she said, I never got that behavior from him. I never got that vibe from him. And then she turned around to Tommy and said, well, this is Denise. Well, he knows who he can do that with and who he can't. As to say that I'm an idiot and I'm not going to see any of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because he gotta respect me because I'm all woman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I just thought that
she's
was
threatened.
hella rude. I thought it
She's
was hella
threatened
rude.
by Adriana. Yeah, but I don't think she's gotten over her past experiences. And based on what she's told us, it was a hell of a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then she needs. That's what I'm
It
saying.
may just be too soon. It may be too
She
soon for
needs.
her to start.
Yeah, she needs to be. Then she needs to be in therapy. Be
Mm-hmm.
honest.
That's a
I'm
lot.
moving.
It is a lot. It is
Yeah,
a lot.
Somebody trying to
she
take
needs to
your
be in
life.
therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but and we don't know how either.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a
I
lot.
just think.
So that really tells us like the show is ready to love, and I like it because remember we kept messing up and saying ready for love, but is it ready to love? Because like you said, people are learning a lot about themselves, and we're learning with them that they may not be ready. Like they got some other issues they got to deal with before they can put themselves out there on this market.
Right.
Mhm.
So
So some predictions. Next week it is the men's turn to send two ladies home. Who do you
oh
think
my
is going?
God.
They might send
You said
Denise
who's
home.
going on? You asked
I
who's
don't
going?
think Denise is
They
there
might
for the
send
drama.
Denise home.
No, she's there for the drama. I think
You
Denise,
think?
from previews, it looks like Denise might walk off on her own.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
true
Because I
too.
don't think she can handle rejection. She's going to have to
Yeah,
do herself.
Yeah, for sure. I think they're gonna get rid of the girl that was at the pool table. That's number one.
Yeah,
I
I do
think they're
too.
gonna get rid of her. They're gonna get rid of
Yeah.
her. Who else?
Alicia, mom.
okay.
Alicia.
That's the girl at the pool table.
Oh yeah. And who else are they gonna get rid of?
I think they're going to get rid of Shay, the chef, or they might get rid of Winter or Simone. But remember, Simone was in the bottom already, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Simone back on the bottom.
True. I don't know.
But we do see previews of Simone on a date. We see previews of I think we lost Nikki. We see previews of some conflict with Denise and Adriana.
Yeah, but they like the same guy.
Yes, I think they'll be around. Nikki, are
Mm-hmm.
you there? I think we lost her. I'm gonna go ahead and
She's
take her out.
frozen forever.
Yeah. But that was cool.
Oh,
We were able to bring her in. If she
uh-huh.
comes back in, she'll be there. So we'll put her back in. Um, but it was a really good show. And so we predicted who's going to go home. We think Alicia and we think either Simone or Winter might go home, right?
Shay, you said Shay.
Shay, yeah.
Because I don't see anybody there for her.
No.
At all.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Her and Alicia.
Yeah, and we know we're steadily going to. It's 3 couples. It's 3 men and 3 women. So right now we got a couple more weeks of getting rid of people. Who I see coupling up. Who I see that's kind of made a connection and ready to go. Calfani and Denise. They again had an opportunity to sit down and have an in-depth conversation. So I think that they're gonna still work on that, but I also believe that Calfani is there to explore. Like, this is a whole opportunity to meet different people, and he's not going to sit and just pigeonhole himself into one relationship with Denise. And I don't know if Denise can handle it. That might be the walk-off.
That's gonna be the problem. Go ahead. You got more?
Yeah, and then I got of course
Denise. I'm sorry.
Hey! Then
Oh my God.
And Adriana.
Okay.
Clearly they like each other. She gets him. She don't see all the negative side that some of the other ladies see. So she's gonna have to have a backup because it seems like she's the only one feeling him. They might let that ride. They might let them stay together if they're not finding anybody.
Right. Because I think the only person that likes Rashid might be Simone.
Real? Oh yes, because that's the date that we see on the back of the truck, right? Simone?
Yeah, I think that's the only other person that would really get with Rashid.
Okay. And then my other pick is Alex and Brian. I really like them together.
Mine too.
Yeah.
So those
we'll see what happens with that.
So those
okay, I had Rashid and Adriana, Chris and Naya, Brian and Alex, Jay and Joy.
Yeah.
And then I did put Edwin and Winter together.
Yes.
Edwin is the beard.
Edwin has the salt and pepper beard. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
The first time he met her, he told me the first thing I wanted.
You froze.
To do what you was take your shoes off.
Oh, that's right.
Edwin.
Yeah.
You remember?
That was really cute.
So we'll see. It's early.
Well, ladies, let's see. On next week, Ready to Love episode 4 comes on or airs on Friday at 9.
I'll be locked and ready.
Right.
Locked and ready. Got my paper. Got my pen. Definitely want everybody. This is our YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe to Pure TV on YouTube. We'll be giving our reviews and discussions. If you want to join us, I can put the link so you can join us and discuss. But definitely like and subscribe so that you know when we're going to put up a new video to talk about. Any other closing words, ladies?
I'm just going to say I'm enjoying my Pure TV one. I can watch all the news stations. I went through all across the United States, especially New York. I can tune into ABC in New York and see my old anchor people. I'm loving it. And no commercial.
Oh yeah, no commercial part. That's how I was telling Nikki last night. She was like, "Oh, it's commercials in when I'm watching TV." I'm like, "I don't have to."
Yes, I know.
But I did watch another show, and I watched it on the NBC from New York, and it was like you said, it's weird to see commercials from back home and see people that on TV from back home. So yeah,
like what I'm looking forward to watching from back home is the Honeymooners because it doesn't air out here. Remember the Honeymooners?
New Year's Eve, New Year's, they do the marathon.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Okay. Well, this is great. This is really, really great. This should be telling. I I would love to hear what their responses will be to some of our comments if word gets out.
Well, the other thing that I've done is I told my mom, I said I've connected with them on our Instagram page, Pure TV, on Instagram, and I've liked their stuff, and I've tagged them in some of the videos in which we talk about them. So hopefully we will. You know, last week my mom made mention of who's the radio guy from WBLS?
Frankie Crocker.
Yeah, she said Chris.
Frankie Crocker.
Yeah.
WBLS.
So I told him on Instagram, and he agreed. He said absolutely.
Yeah, just like Frankie Crocker, and sounds just like him.
Wow.
Google
Okay.
them. They do. They look just
Yeah.
alike. They do.
Okay.
So until next week.
All righty.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank
Love you. Love you guys.
Love you back. All righty.
All right, ladies.
All right. Night night.
Bye.
Bye bye.